Good morning. Late market weekend review. Internet was down all morning. I think it was down late last night. I have no idea, but I got up at 6 o'clock and it was down, and it just came back online about 5 minutes ago. So I figure let's do this so that we can all enjoy Memorial Day weekend, right? All right. The good news, of course, is the debt ceiling. They agree. We still had to wait for all the jawboning until Wednesday afternoon for the vote to be approved. But they push it to the limit, and it is a silly. Uh, Not much I can say, but the entire concept of the debt ceiling is so stupid. This country has raised. It's a tool. Let me say this: the debt ceiling has been used as a political tool by both parties to wrestle concession for their people, for the interest parties that want pork and stuff added to the budget every time. That's all. There's no choice but raise the debt ceiling. Okay, this is so dumb to even be concerned with it, but I understand because that's how people are. Okay, everyone is fixated, focused on that, as if this country is going to default on trillions of debt. Do you think anyone in government or in the world is ready for total chaos worldwide, even worse than the pandemic? Is anyone ready for that? So why are we even concerned about that? I'm so sick and tired of this every few years. Everyone get all up, tizzy, get the panties all rolled up because why? Why? Okay, it's not even, it's nonsense. It's fear mongering, it's wrestling between the talking heads to get what they want. At the end of the day, is anything changed? Has the budget ever lower? Let me ask you this question in the last. This is the 79th debt ceiling that we face in the last 2 decades, I believe, or 3 decades. Has the debt ceiling ever lower? The answer is never. We are addicted to printing money. We are addicted to overspend. We are addicted to encourage people to go out there and spend, not save, not invest. We are addicted to it at all level. I might not be, but the majority of the people are like that. Okay, the majority of people in this country, in the world, not just this country, in the world, is addicted to spending. That's the sad reality of the consumerism that we have in this world. So as long as that is the prevalence social behavior, we are not going to ever see the debt ceiling lower. Okay, so I don't ever want to hear anyone that follow me to ever mention that they are so worried. Yes, the market can worry, the market can freak out, the markets can sell off. Use those opportunities to make money. But if you are selling off your asset, running, hiding, bury your money in your backyard because the apocalypse is here, you are stupid, utterly stupid. Okay, that's it. That I'm done with that. Okay, it's. Let's move on. Holy cow, so annoying to have to deal with that for the past couple of weeks. Utter stupidity of people even talking about that stuff. All right, TLT. Where can we go from here? I drew a channel last week. Well, not last week, last Thursday. I drew in the channel. It is a legit channel. I don't know, but I wanted to see how low can it go, right? Because surely um, the gap fill here is very real, right? I mean, sure. For a long time, if you follow me, I thought um, the low of what was it low? Let me pan out. I thought this was nonsense. Okay, for a long time, if you follow me, all of this year, I said that's it. We're not going to see that, and I still a firm believer that we're not going to see 91, 92, 80 something, whatever nonsense. That ain't going to happen. Okay, but I thought the range was, of course, between 102.5 and above to 108. Okay, that was a range that was working for quite some time until it failed. Okay, for those that understand technical analysis, it works until it failed. Usually, it failed because of what? Catalyst, and certainly we have plenty of that this past 2 weeks with the fear mongering about default and all that nonsense. So how low can we go? And I drew the channel, and the channel low kind of lined up perfectly with the gap fill. So if the big if TLT, if the Fed, if the economic data this coming week after Memorial Day continue to be stronger than expected, okay, that's the if. Can we fill this gap below and go to the channel low? Yes, that's the mark. Okay, that's why I have sold. I roll all of my 101, 100 a spread. I left all my 100.5 alone to expire worthless and order below. So thankfully, I did that. And it's net not a big loss or big gain. Okay, TLT put spread has always been a small money maker, even in great quantity size. I can sell 10 put spread and maybe make 20 cents a put spread kind of thing. So it's not a huge money maker or money loser. But I sold, of course, 99 last Friday for next week when I roll the 101 and the 101.5 and the 102. That's where I sold it, roll it to. Okay, so it's the possibility. It makes sense, right? So for those that want to add to TLT, if you want to throw in order around 99.5, okay, the gap fill is 99.65. Okay, so if you want to throw in order 99.65 around there, line up perfectly with the channel low, you can. Okay, I sold put spread 99 and below, so that's where things are for me with TLT. Now, the one plausible explanation on why TLT is so weak, in addition to the strong economic data that I heard on TV and various outlets this past week, is that the reason why it's a weakness in TLT because buyer, of course, as always, right? When things fall because there are more seller than buyer, simple market dynamic, correct? A lot of people are holding back buying, or a lot of big institutions are holding back buying because why? The debt ceiling once approved, well, what do you think the government's going to have to do in order to raise the debt ceiling? Print more money to give to the people, to give to all the different asset class or sectors that need money. Sell bonds. Okay, so there could be a flood of inventory of short, medium, long-term bond that's going to hit the market once the budget is approved because they have to raise money. That was one of the more plausible explanation on why TLT is weak, because there is buyers are waiting, buyers are holding for this dump of fixed income by the government in order to raise the money to pay themselves a salary, pay social security, all that stuff. Okay, so that I understand. Okay, but other than that, for me, long term, TOT is a way to go. regardless if you are a believer of a mild recession coming later this year or a mild recession coming next year, ultimately in 6 months or 9 months, it will be higher. So if you have TLT, sell cover calls. If there's a pop, to collect money above, and if you can, sell some put way below, like in a 99, 98, even 95, if there is enough premium to collect some money there. So that's it for TLT. Okay, let's move on. Enough of TLT. The big mistake I did last week is two of them, two big one. Okay, OTA. I talk about OTA. Thankfully, oh, as bad as it was, I thought for sure, oh, the 445 spread problem. I'm safe with the 435 spread. Wrong. I figured, oh, I'm safe with the 425 spread. Wrong. I sold 4 put spread, and eventually I had to roll 3 of the 4. The only one that was safe was a 415, 410 spread. Crazy. Okay, crazy. But it is what it is. Okay, mistake happened. If it bought, where did I sell my put spread? 410, 405, 400, 395. Okay, so that's where I roll all of my option to. So can it go lower? Then I will have to do the same thing again, or take a loss. Okay, it's one of those things where sometimes it is what it is. What a crazy move! What a beating! You're talking a stock that is down $130, 25% from the high. A 25% move in a month down, and it's mostly on shrinkage. I never thought, after being in the market for 40 years, that I would use the term shrinkage when I talk about stock, instead of think about Seinfeld when I hear the word shrinkage. But yeah, shrinkage completely wiped out the previous 6 months of gain in OTA. Wow, you're talking about trapping a lot of people. Okay, this is a lot of people that is down anywhere from 10 to 25%. Wow, that's pain. That is so much pain there. Wow. Okay, I thought selling, my reasoning on selling 445 was right here. Okay, that peak. I figure that might provide some kind of support. Wrong. And then of course 435 is, I'm using the ref low. It's my protection. Blow right by it, and of course, the rest is history, right? But for now, like I said, as painful it is, I think give it a few days. If you want to take a position in OTA, the best advice I can give you is give it 2 or 3 days. Okay, it need to play out. Can it pop because of the debt ceiling thing? It can. I don't know. Okay, so we'll see. But I'm not touching the position. Sure, if there is a pop, you betcha, I'd be happy and let my put expire and walk away with minimal damage to this. Okay, so for now, that's OTA. Give it a few days if you want to get into it. Now, the other mistake which caused me more pain is, of course, Target. Holy cow. I talk about Target every week, right? I thought 152.5, 150. I talk about selling 150 puts many times, and it works for a long time until it failed. Okay, wow. Now, Target issue is, of course, also shrinkage, which somehow the market shrugged that off on earning day, which surprised me. Okay, the move on earning day surprised a lot of people, I included, because when I saw this big pop on earning day, I was just like, what the heck? 500 million per quarter on shrinkage is not something to be ignored. And then, of course, all the buyer that came in on that day, for whatever reason, if you're bullish, wow, did you get handed? Okay, I thought for sure 140 would be the holding line, and then before I know it, I had to deal with 139. Okay, the only put spread that was safe was 138. The 139 I closed out with minimal damage, but for sure the 140 and 143 I had 143, 140 spread, and then 139, 136 spread. Those two caused damage, but the 143 caused a lot of damage because I had three spread going on at the same time. So that hurt. Um, what I do? I sold spread where? Way below. Well, by way below, I mean it was way below when I did it early, 135, 132, but how low can this go? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It's in a territory that let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's not. Um, okay, if we go back 2 years. One. Okay, so okay, all right. I did not even look at this until now. So you're seeing a live. Okay, let's remove this alert here because that alert has been there forever, which doesn't make any sense anymore. Remove. Oops, did I remove the wrong thing? Dang, that's okay. No, I want to remove the alert. Well, anyhow, for now, it came down to ref low. Okay, this candle right here. Let me draw in that line. That was, let's see, 137.16. So it didn't go down to a level, that level for no reason. There was a good reason for it, okay? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so it came down, give or take, a few pennies from a ref low going back 2 years. So it was not random. You know, sometimes I think it's random if I don't go back far enough, but there you can see it. Okay, so same thing with Target. Now Target have shrinkage problem, but the other problem they have is of course ESG, right? With the whole transgender bathing suit thing, and the CEO doubled down on CNBC saying that they are woke and they love to stay woke. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. He didn't say that, but he's embracing equality and this and that and whatever. You're an idiot. Okay, I cannot say enough. Let me repeat this, as I have repeated many times in the past many years. The best strategy for any business, unless your business is selling something only to transgender or to only a certain segment of people, if your business target specifically to a specific sector of people, by all means say and do and support whatever you wish, but don't support a very small minority and be vocal about it and make the other larger majority of your customer mad. Okay, that's never a smart business move. Just ask Disney, just ask any company. Holy cow, it's just common sense. How weak of a leader can you be to fall to this? And you want to see what happened when you go woke and stay woke? This is what happened. You know why Bud fell out of bed? That's why. Okay? Oh my goodness. Now, that being said, I did say last week that Bud is at a spot of support, and I don't begrudge anyone that want to buy the dip and it closed the gap. It filled the gap. Okay, so yeah, it filled the gap. No wonder it's kind of flatlining the last 2 days. It finally showing life, right? Because it filled the gap. It's ugly, but if you want to play Bud, you can sell 56 put spread. Yeah, that's not a bad play either. Okay, I'm here to make money. I'm not here for any kind of political stand and die on the hill with my belief in anything. My belief is stay neutral, make the most money from your biggest base of your customer. It is that simple. Not pander to a 1% group, pander to the loud, obnoxious minority, right? Yeah, life is not equal. Sadly, that's life. I wish I was 6 feet tall. Where can I go to complain about that? Is there any kind of woke movement that allow short people to join the NBA? Where are you? It's so stupid. It's beyond stupid. The whole equality is taken to a new level of equally stupid. Um, Speaking of Bud, how about STZ finally waking up? Because, of course, Bud, right? STZ is woefully incompetent in marketing. I have said this privately to many people for the past couple of weeks. Oh my goodness. Take a look at TAP. Okay? TAP. Done much better. But it also giving up. It filled the gap. And then this is more of a move on, of course, the debt ceiling and people selling off and worry. Okay? But I think if you want to buy TAP here on the gap fill, if there's a green candle, I think that's a smart move. Okay? I think it came down. Okay? This is a very good move here. It came down. It filled the gap. It filled the gap. Test the support. Okay, so see this was resistant. Last time it smashed right through it, and now it come back to check back. Okay, so if there's a green candle, I think if you want to go long on TAP or go bullish, doing some kind of like bull put spread or call puts calls put bull call spread, I think that's a smart move to do because I think Bud problem is not going to solve itself quickly. Okay, they literally are giving away the beer for free or for dirt cheap for like less than cost. If you follow what's going on with Bud, they are slashing prices to make up for bloating inventory. Okay, they have to, and TAP doesn't even have to do any kind of marketing. But TAP, Molson, and Coors, they benefit from consumer recognition. People know that they're not Bud. So if you hate Bud for being woke, you go buy Coors. The problem with STZ is that a lot of people don't know that they sell Corona beers in the US, but Corona outside the US belong to Bud. So a lot of people kind of get all mixed up on like what is STZ, what is Constellation, and what is Bud. They kind of lump some of that stuff in together. So Constellation just do a terrible job in marketing. Terrible. They could have easily put out commercial showing that they are not Budweiser. If you buy Corona in the US, it is Constellation. It's so easy. Oh my God. Talk about woefully stupid, incompetent marketing department. But I like what I'm seeing. Okay, I like what I'm seeing as far as coming off the bottom. I'm holding on to my share. I did sell a cover call last week at 240 on this pump, and I sell the same one again. But I have enough so that even if that one call get called away, I still have plenty of share to enjoy the run. I think 250 or beyond is possible. All right, is possible. For now, no need to sell anything there. Let's take a look at this sector that got beat up because of course, worry about defense cut. Like I said, when is the last time the debt ceiling is lower? Can anyone tell me? Okay, the answer is never. So if you sell things because, oh my God, they're gonna cut spending, well, guess what? I like it. I sold 11 put spread last week. And thankfully, the profit here made up for the pain in OTA. Okay, OTA pain for now assuming that I can't, you know, recoup with the spread that I sell this week, then thankfully the 11 put spread on Lockheed Martin saved me last week. I sold a few more put spread for this coming Friday, way below on this dump right here on Thursday. You betcha, I sold 435, 430 spread, three of them, and I would add more to it, you know. But I'm trying to stay disciplined and not add too much too fast. I learned my lesson. I just have to wait for opportunities to step into any spread position in case it's needed. But for now, that's okay. Same thing with the ELV. Same thing here. All kind of concern about, oh my God, they're gonna cut money allocate to healthcare, blah 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 blah. Seriously? Does anyone here pay insurance, health insurance? Has anyone ever get a lower price on their insurance bill? Not gonna happen. Okay, so yeah, I sold a ton, not as many as LMT, but I'm glad I did. I sold it on Cigna as well, UNX, you name it. Same thing for next week. I sold a bunch of I sold three. Same thing like LMT. I sold three ELV 435, 430 spread for next Friday. I think I get like 55, 60 cent credit for them. Yeah, easy money. Okay, to me, it's easy money down here for the past few weeks. Now, can this thing break? It's possible. All right. I mean, it been the spot many times for the past year. Okay, been down here half a dozen times. So eventually that might fail, and then we'll find out. But for now, Cigna, same thing. It was dicey. I had a 245, 240 spread, and a couple 242.5, 237.5 spread. And I did close out the 245 spread earlier Friday when it was stronger, so it was minimal loss. But the gain from the 242.5 spread was more than enough to make up for it. Now for next week, I sold 240, 235 spread. Okay, I like the risk reward down here, and I don't trade Cigna often, but it surprised me on how weak it is. Okay, earning was awesome, great, guide hider, and look, ugly. Okay, so who knows? Who knows if this is all part of the budget fear nonsense? So I like the sector. Now, the sector that also kicked my butt to a smaller extent was pharma. Let's talk pharma. AbbVie. What the heck? Okay. I had 139, 138, 137 put spread. And if you ask me before Friday morning that should I be concerned with any of those spread, I would say no, it'd be okay. Wrong. Okay. In the end, I had to close all three. The 138 spread, I did close for pretty much even money. But as far as the 139 and 140 spread, I did have to roll it into next week. And it's okay. I'm not worried. I think now where did I roll it to? I roll it into 136, 133 put spread for this Friday. So I'm feeling decent about that. Even 135, I saw a bunch 136, 133, and then 135, 132. Can it see this crazy area right here? It's possible. Okay, it's possible. I'm not worried about that. Okay, if I need to roll again Friday to something lower, that's okay, right? It's right now the risk reward is to be long or to have long exposure to FV than to go short. All right, same thing with Amgen. Oh my goodness, Amgen. You heard me talk about 225 level for a long time, right? I've been selling 225 puts. Sure, it was a little bit in. I even sold 215 puts. And coming into this week, last week, I had two 17.5 put spread as well as two 15-point spread put spread. And if you ask me Thursday night, would I worry about any of those spread? My answer would be no. But nope, it sold up. I did roll into a lot of 212 put spread, which, like I said, I'm not concerned about these because I think once the market rebound because the budget ceiling is resolved, then it's okay. Like I said, it's a delayed gratification for 1 week. It's all right. Okay, Eli Lilly. I thought about adding share here. Okay, I thought about it. Okay, and I didn't do it, but I did. If you want to sell put spread, I would say do 400, 380 kind of thing below way. Not or it's not enough juice, but for me, I'm content on holding my share for now and do nothing. Okay. XBI. I thought about selling put spread here too. On Thursday, I was looking at maybe 79, but it's just not enough juice. Okay, I was looking at maybe doing 79, 76 put spread below, but that didn't trigger. Well, I put in an order, but it's way too low. Way too low. J&J, I sold put spread here too. Once again, this one I closed with a small loss, but the one below kind of wash it out. But 155, once again, if you asked me last week, is 155, 150 spreads be okay? I'll be like, yeah, it should be okay. Wrong. Okay, what an ugly downslide. But at this point, I'm more likely to not roll my 152.5 spread coming into this Friday because I think the risk reward to own share down here is to go long. Okay, if 152.5 is trigger, I like it. I like the odds here. It was a no-brainer to sell up here. I talked about that. It's also a no-brainer to buy down here in the 152.5 range. Okay, so I like it. I like it. JSK, like the rest of the sector, get the beating. I am looking to add more. I have been nibbling share that I sold up here, but not completely yet. But I think, depend on what the market does, depend on what the stock does. If it does not gap up big on Tuesday, I might add. I might buy back everything that I have sold up here because I think the risk reward is once again to go long or to add to JSK. Same thing with PFE, Pfizer. You know, I like the risk reward here. I just didn't want to add the last couple of weeks because of all the fear mongering with the budget. Oh, they're gonna cut back on healthcare. They're gonna cut back on defense. They're gonna cut. I play put spread with LMT. I use those opportunities to sell a lot of put spread in healthcare related company, pharma, as well as the defense. I just didn't add any share because it was easier to sell put spread. Okay, so now the other one that gave me a little problem, but thankfully it was not so much, was Abbott. I sold 103, 102, and 101 put spread. And I closed out the 103 put spread for small gain early. And then, of course, the 102, 101 expire. So net, it was a win as far as Abbott. Would I add share down here? The answer is yes. Okay, the answer is yes. Same thing with EW. I add share Friday. I have not bought back everything that I sold up here, right? I sold 88 and above, I trim, but I still have not bought back everything that I trim up there. So I like it down here at 82, yeah. It does not have weekly options, so it's kind of hard to play option here. So I don't do anything here with option, but I would add more share down here. I like it at 82. If it can clear and hold the 200-day moving average, I like it. Okay, the last time it came down, it bounced pretty quickly, but last week was perhaps could be an aberration because of the debt ceiling woe and fear. Medtronic, not so good. Okay, ugly sell off because earning, of course. Um, I'm glad I trimmed, right? For those that follow me, I did trim at 88, 89 area. I don't have a lot. Okay, Medtronic is smaller than EW for sure. It's in the same size as Abbott for me, so it's not a big exposure. Um, for me right now, it's a do nothing for me. Right, this ugly move was pretty ugly. I should have set my stop at the right spot. I screwed up on that. What happened was I set my stop up here, and on the gap down, it gapped below my stop, and I never reset the stop. Okay, in hindsight, should I have set my stop at the 200-day moving average? I should have, but my bad, didn't do that, and then now I had to sit and wait. Okay, so that's what happened with Medtronic. I'm not always religious with my stop as I should be. LH got a beating, which it's in the zone I like a lot right here with LH. Okay, LH went as low as almost to 210, into that magic area that I've been waiting for a long time. The low of Thursday was 210.44. I was watching it, right, because I would nibble some share at 210 for sure. I had ordered in at 210, but it never quite get there. It was just off there, but I like the risk reward here. Okay, to my surprise, DGX was a lot stronger. I thought for sure DGX would be tanking down below 130, but last week it was strong, especially the last. Look at that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I thought for sure it would go below 130. The way LH, the way LabCorp was behaving, I thought DGX, Quest Diagnostic will follow, but no, there are some strength. So no complaint here, but I did think it was a good spot to trim for those that have a lot of share, to trim a little bit, okay? But I think the good spot to trim more, of course, is up here in the 138 range. Let's see, where else can we go? Let's talk about Tesla. Let's Tesla met the 200-day moving average and then kind of back off a little bit. I don't have any exposure right now. Okay, the only thing I had with Tesla for the past few months is play put spread. I did not have anything going into this week. If it come down to the 170 level, then I might consider doing 155, 150 spread again. Okay, using this ref low as my protection, something like that. But for me right now, nothing in Tesla. Of course, the big winner was Nvidia. If you want to play Nvidia, you can do bull call spread. Maybe doing something between 360 and 400 kind of range if you want. I don't know, but for me, if you want to buy share, you're just gonna have to be patient but quick, because I do believe this is a new shift in the next leg up for Nvidia. Certainly caught many people by surprise because this is what makes the economy extremely difficult this time as far as the slowdown, because there are certain catalysts in technology that has moved the NASDAQ, even though we are facing a tough economy and all that stuff with the Fed, higher rate, unemployment, blah, blah, blah. But I think there's going to be a lot of money that want to get into Nvidia, because this is a multi-year kind of change. For those that forgot, Nvidia got super strong on what? For those that have a long history, what was the cause of Nvidia to explode prior to the pandemic? The graphic chip using for crypto, right? All those, that was big, sure. Gaming competition with company that make Xbox and all that stuff, sure. That's part of it too, but the big driver was crypto. And of course, when crypto died and everything else, you see the big decline, right? Because they stopped growing, right? There was decline. At one point last year, one of the quarter, they had to guide down by $1 billion plus in revenue. That's big. But now you got a new leg up, a new catalyst for growth. It could be a multi-year kind of move, just like we saw with the graphic card for crypto. So I do believe, and this is the advice I give to everyone that ask me about Nvidia, is that whatever dip you see likely will be short. Okay, so if you want to play, I would say if you want to sell put spread, certainly sell something like 320, 300 put spread kind of thing. Okay, down here, in case there is a gap fill. But to do that, right, you got to sell a couple weeks out, right? You can't just sell next week. There's no premium for next week. But if you want to go 3, 4 weeks out, 2 months out, there might be some good premium down here. So yeah, sell. If you want to even be safer, do 300, 280 put spread down here, going out a few months. So yeah, basically, if the market retrace, if Nvidia retrace for whatever reason, you buy back where it was before the gap up, right? So yeah, to me, that's the one of the better play is, hey, you miss it, so what? Go out there and sell, say, 300 or 305 to 85 put spread. This way, if it's assigned to you 2 months, 3 months from now, you got in as if nothing happened, right? So yeah, that's my best advice on Nvidia is, you can certainly you can add a little share here and there on the pullback, but I'd rather do that. Same thing with Google. A lot of these stocks that pop, it could be sideways movement. Okay, it's kind of euphoria nonsense with AI. My question to many people that bought into this AI craze as if like it's a new paradigm. It's like some people mention this, that it remind them of 1999, 2000, because the birth of the internet. Everyone think it's a new paradigm shift and everything, and everyone's gonna make money. And eventually, the question is, do you make money? What is it with AI that's gonna make money for the Google, the Microsoft, the Meta? That's a question that many people have to wait to see. Sure, it's new, it's exciting, but how will company use it to make money or make more money? And for some people, they make less money. Like that's part of the Google fear, right? Part of this Google drop was because Microsoft come out, and so this pop here, Google is gonna have to show a lot as far as how their own AI is doing to compete with Microsoft to warrant this big reversal, right? So we'll see. I'm not all excited. Google, the easy money has been made for now. Meta, wow, okay. Can Meta fill the gap? I think so. Okay, I think so. That's crazy, but it can happen. Okay, there's a big up here. 295 to 300 range. Okay, that's gonna be the area where it dropped off the last 2 years. Okay, so wow, what a reversal! What a crazy reversal! Can you imagine buying Meta below 100? Congratulations if you did. Okay, congratulations if you did. Wow, I'm happy that I've hold on to my share. Sure, did I trim? Yes, I trim about 25% or 30% of my position, but the rest is still doing quite well. Before I go, let's take a look at bank. Okay, let's take a look at bank before I go. KRE. It's okay. I'm in the money. All right. Surprised. KRE surprised me because of the way the strong economic data. This make as little sense as TOT behavior. To me, when TLT was falling because of strong economic data, I expected KRE to be weak as well. But the fact that KRE bounced from 34.5 to 40, really? Up 10%? That's crazy. Okay, but if the fear on TLT is part of that fear is strong economic data and the Fed is not done, the Fed might raise another 25 bips, then KRE should be weaker. But for now, I'm okay. Would I add to it if it dropped? Maybe. Okay, I think 6 months, a year from now, KRE will be the big winner. So if you buy it and you want to keep adding to it, not a bad thing. Bank of America, which I have a lot more. I have, I would say, 4 times more Bank of America than KRE, if not 5 times more. I like it here, but no need to add. Okay, but I do think it could be a big move, 10%, 15% higher eventually. Maybe in a month or two, once the Fed is done with all the nonsense, I think the path of least resistance for both KRE and Bank of America is higher. Same thing with Goldman Sachs. Okay, I've been selling put spread on Goldman Sachs as well, using 315, 310. I wouldn't buy it here. Okay, I wait for the pullback. But if you want to sell put spread, at least do say 315, 310. Use this support right here as your protection. I wouldn't sell any put spread above it, okay? Because this is a very tight range. Goldman Sachs can move violently down to the 318 area pretty quickly. So I would do 315, 310. Using this gap fill as the spot where you might want to add share. I would add share outright down here, but that would be the first spot that I would add share. I would rather sell put spread at 310, 305 to feel safer about that. And that's it for this week. I'm glad the internet came back so that I can get this part done. We'll see what happens Tuesday. Should the market go up because the debt ceiling is done? It should, but we'll see. The question is, if it pop on Tuesday, how much? And whether TLT will also pop along with the rest of the market, right? Thank you for watching.